time does your day start? How many hours do you need?
Normally, I say to people, actually, when they come, I will give them like at least 4 hours. They will be with my makeup artist around an hour to 90 minutes, depends actually if they want a
Yeah.
hairstyle and things like that. And after that, I will see, normally I will say 2 hours to 3 hours, but it depends on the energy because sometimes people get really tired because they have never done something like
Yeah.
this. And when it comes to posing, I will be controlling people like they were my marionettes. I will be telling them actually how to control their chin, what to do with their shoulder, because
Yeah.
people don't really know about the angle. They
No, they
genuinely have no
don't.
idea. They have no idea how to move their body. Like if
Yeah.
you start looking at it, like for instance, women look cute if they put they like this area, the eye
Yeah.
sockets on the women, if the chin goes down, they look cute and it looks really nice. If a guy does it, it looks creepy. Like it doesn't work. Guys look better when they put the chin up because it
No.
makes our draw line look bigger. For
Yeah.
women, they want to look like more like all you need to see is a Greek statue or Italy. You see that all the houses always that same
Yeah.
have that graceful manner. So
Graceful. Yeah.
literally we spend like 2 or 3 hours just playing up. Like literally
Oh,
for me, played up throughout the entire session, getting poses, trying different things, and I always see how the energy feels like, okay, I know what you're ready for. We can do this. And again, with every individual person is completely different because people want to do some chill. Some women start feeling like, for me, it's like I brought this, and I don't really know if I should do it. Like, why not? It's like, do you want to play? It's like, yes. And
let's
he
do it.
just, and some people will be like, I don't need it. But again, you really, because every single individual person is completely different.
Yeah.
And for me, what it is like, it's not about taking photos.
Yeah.
Everyone has one of these ones.
Yeah.
These ones have actually a better camera that they were like digital cameras 12 years ago. These things,
Yeah.
anyone can take a good photo. Just literally find a good window, put the phone up, and I always tell that to people. Put it up higher, 45 degrees, tiny tilt, and there you have it. A good
Yeah.
photo is about an experience, and
Yeah.
that's what I want women to walk away from the studio is like
Yeah.
that feeling, because no one can take that feeling away from you. How you felt about yourself, that's priceless.
Yeah, I remember when we did our shoot with you, we were there from I think about 9 o'clock or half nine onwards till about I think 5:30 till that time. And
No, if yes, he was like he was. How many were you total?
we
Like
were five of
four,
us, five of us.
five of you. Yes.
Yeah. And each person's makeup was supposed to be done. So I got my makeup done by the professional lady, and then my elders did the makeup for everybody. Then there was, you know, the normal
Changes,
pictures,
outfits.
and then
Ah,
outfit
yes.
change. And so you ask ladies to, going by my personal experience, you ask ladies to bring at least 3 to 4 outfits with them,
Abs-
which they would love to be photographed in. And then depending on what kind of mood and energy it is, then you guys decide which outfits to go with. So there's outfit change, then there's makeup touch up, by them, or, if the lady is still there. And then there's lunch involved as well, which you're very generous with. Then there's lots of hugs, lots of coaching on how to stand, how to pose, how to put the chin up. And by the time we finished, I was like, God, this is hard work. And I remember you
this
telling
is
me, see, you thought modeling was easy. Now you know what your eldest goes through is when she's doing all this. And so I was like, yeah, thank you. I to completely understand her job today, or better, 100% better than probably what I did before. So yeah, it's an experience in itself. So it's something completely magical. So you have photographed hundreds of women by now, probably more than hundreds of all ages. What is one thing you have found which maybe as a belief, or maybe as a thread which we women carry with us?
I think they refuse to see their own beauty and they carry the belief that they're not good enough. And I don't really know for what. It's like most of these people have come across, they have many people that love them. And I always say this to women, it's like if you look at your grandma, and we're going to use grandmas as
Yeah.
an example, the more wrinkles they have, the more like the elderly, the more the years pass by, the more beautiful they look. And
Yeah.
it's like, why? Because we see them with the eyes. Our eyes have love when
Yeah.
we look at those women. So they look perfect. They're
Yeah.
absolutely perfect. We will not wish them to be 50 years younger. It's like,
Yeah.
that's not that perfect. This is who she is. And she's perfect. And what I see that women have in common is like they don't possess that for themselves. So when they look themselves in the mirror, they criticizing the wrinkles, they criticizing the fact that they have white hair, they criticizing the fact that some things are actually like for
Flabby,
that,
flabby
and
arms.
they criticizing. They're not seeing themselves with love. Is like, you're beautiful. You know what? You have earned those wrinkles. You and I know exactly what we have gone through
Yeah.
all these years, all those hardships. And I think that's one thing that most women have in common. And I'm talking about this is across religion, this is across continents, talking about
Yeah.
Latin culture, talking about actually like European culture, talking about African culture, talking about Asian countries, all
Every
of
culture.
them. And it's like women. I mean, it's talking about just women. And I normally, generalize because I don't like generalization. But this is one clear that most women possess like I still say 90.999% of the
Yeah.
women. I think that it's only been one, and I always call this one my 0.01%. There was a woman, and I remember she was around 43, 44 years old, and she just wanted to be photographed like Rodney. I want to be nude. It's like, okay,
Yep.
you sure?
I
It's
know
like, yes,
exactly who
fine.
you're talking about.
And she was like, I feel confident. Like, and I was like, tell me about your story because I'm really interested because I haven't come across with someone that feels like I feel good. And he's like, I feel good. And it's like, Rodney, for many years, in my 20s and my 30s, I was younger, I was slimmer, I have a better body. I criticize myself so
So
much.
much. Yeah.
So when she reached her 40s, she made a decision. It's like, I am good now, and I will continue being good now for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
So when she was walking, even actually when she was getting actually like taking off her clothes, there was confidence. There was like no shame. It's like, this is me. And she just felt good.
Yeah.
And it's like, I always call her my 0.01% because it has nothing to do with age and it was all to do with the choice
Voice.
she made
Yeah.
about herself.
Yeah. I know exactly
That
who you're talking about.
is something
That's
really
another,
powerful.
yeah, another common friend of ours, very good friend of ours, common friend. And
That
when
is
I saw her portrait, I was like, wow, for her to be able to do that, the confidence probably has had to be some another level. The love for herself
self
had
love.
to be the top. There was no, not even a hint of embarrassment, not even a hint of, like you said, shame about taking the layers off, nothing.
It
And
was love. She loved her.
yeah,
She loved
yeah,
herself.
and
And
you
that
can
is
see that in the portrait. You can absolutely see that in the portrait. It comes across so beautifully. It's unbelievable. And then obviously, your magical lens does the rest of the magic. So, what excites you about photography, Rodney?
I think actually what excites me is like the one-to-ones. I think actually that's what I don't do weddings or events in general. Actually, I don't
Yeah,
do events because I want to have the one-to-one. I want to remove the layers of every person, and it's
yeah,
like this
yeah,
is not you, this is not you, this is not you, this is not you. It's like, there you are. I love that. That's what I love the most about photography. Is taking layers off and
yeah,
it's just seeing the person and then seeing the person's reaction. Me and
yeah,
some women cry, some women actually like literally break down. It's like holy. I remember the first time that happened to me is like holy Moses, I'm upset. It's like what am I done with me?
what did I do wrong?
Like that. I never feel like to say myself I'm beautiful. Then she took everything. But it was literally those emotions, like saying that, and it just let me show you who you are. Let me show you who you are. Let me show you who you are. And it just gets fun because every single person is different. So literally, it's like having a gift. It's like, hey, I did a gift. It's like, that was fun. It's like, open. You don't get tired of opening
Yeah,
gifts. It's like, they're beautiful. And I give it like, it's the gift of giving something to someone else. And I love that. absolutely love that. That's why I say to people like, you're not coming here for portraits. It's like, nah, you can take photos yourself. You're coming here for something else. That's what I love. It's not about
Yeah.
portraits.
And the experience is one of its kind, because you know what, the minute you show the first picture to the person, they have a completely different view of themselves. And like you said previously, you know what, you don't see why they can't see that through the mirror themselves. Why do they need your lens? So that's where, you know, I can probably say that your lens is now acting like a mirror to show them the beauty of themselves, right? So it's you know, something so magical about it, because once you make them stand in front of the mirror, they don't see that, but then it's the same. In a way, it's a mirror, right? Lens is a mirror, and when you show them through that lens, their whole perception of themselves completely changes, and it just becomes, wow, wow, that's
Ah,
me.
Rupi, I just have like, because basically what I've been doing on my website, I creating actually a photographer, friend of mine from
Yeah.
Barcelona told me like, Rodney, I see all your reviews on Google.
Mhm.
How come they're not on your website? It's like, I don't know. They're fine. That it's like, no, put it on your website. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I will do it. So
Yeah.
I've been getting testimonials literally from all my clients. And I received one recently and I absolutely love what she says. Like, Rodney, he said, when you show me that woman, she is 42, and like you show me that woman, I was like, oh my God, that's me. It's like, I only remember who I am from this point forward. I don't remember, and it doesn't make sense the way I used to look at myself before. It's like, it's not congruent with her
It's
own friend
exactly.
of mine anymore. It's like, she can't even go back in there because it's like, it's impossible. It's like, I have this saying I have with my clients, and I tell them, it's like, from this point forward, you shall never be able to use this excuse, which is, I am photogenic. He's like, that is BS. Why? Because I have the proof. That's not the case. Man, if there
Yeah.
is physical proof, you cannot say those things. It's
Yeah.
like, you don't know how to take photos. That's a fact. I know how to take good photos of you. That means, yes, there's no such a thing as photogenic.
Yeah. So why do you think we carry this belief as women, you know, that we are not good enough to be beautiful, or we are not good enough as we are? Is it, you know, something to do with the conditioning, probably, you know, while we are growing up, or is it the beliefs we take on as we are
You
growing
know,
up?
it goes back to what I was telling you, comparing a rose to a lily. A
Mm,
lily is trying to be a rose, while a rose
yeah,
is trying to be a lily.
exactly.
It's literally, it's like,
Just be who you
it
are.
is who you are. And it's like, until the point that comes, like we're going to use actually something because I was in Colombia recently, and I
Yeah.
photographed actually, I decided to open the studio. It's like, never done that before. Posted like one or two photos on my social media. In Instagram, Facebook, there is not a lot of
Yeah.
engagement in there because of the algorithm. And I just put it there, went to sleep. The next day, I have like 30 forms being completed. Holy Moses, what happened here? And I start having this conversation with all these women. So in Colombia, it's like, if you don't have a big breast, a really tiny wrist, and a big palm, like, you're not beautiful. That is a
Yeah.
standard. So whole surgeries, plastic surgeries, is like, it needs to look like an hourglass. If it
Yep.
doesn't look like an hourglass, it's not pretty. So there were so many women, all sizes, and it's like, what me this, and when I showed their photos, it's like, I'm beautiful. It's like, this is you. You don't have to do plastic. You don't need any of it. Just compare yourself. You don't compare yourself to someone else. It's like, someone else is beautiful. That's good for
Yeah.
them. By talking about you, leave yourself in the mirror. It's like, how could you say mean things about yourself? It's like trying to tell, I don't know, like, is that what you're passing on to your like family, to your, if you are mother, to your daughter? And they
Yeah.
were
Filters.
like
Yeah.
some of them, like, have like literally half of the conversation, they were crying. Yeah, I wrote this already. I need to let this go. It's like, yes. And when they saw the images, it's like, I can't believe what you're showing me. It's like, what do you, and I always ask this question, is like, what do you think of that woman? It's like, no, friend, she's beautiful. Like, my job is done.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say. But I wanted to say about themselves, how they feel, because it's a feeling. Because they
Yeah.
won't forget about the photos, the years will pass, but the feeling will never go away. So why do women do it? Because they're always comparing a rose to a lily, or a lily to a rose. The rose is being compared to a lily. It's like, why not? Why like this? And the rose and the lily is comparing, like, why don't have my face like that? It's like, no, this
Yeah.
is you.
And I think it's little bit of also. the culture of, body shaming as well, which has creeped into our lives, that no